might be wondering how I got myself in this situation. Let me show you. All right, I hate to say it, but y'all made me do this. Something awesome was sent to me on Marketplace. It's powered by a Honda V-twin motorcycle engine. And I think this is right up our alley. So the price was right. It was dirt cheap, to be honest. We had it down in Alabama, and we're about 3 minutes away. I think we're here because I think there it is. Are you the guy?
Yes, sir. I'm just gonna take it out and get it warmed up.
All right. They call it Thanos. So this is when I realized that this is the legendary Thanos from TikTok. The motorcycle-powered lawnmower turned into a swamp buggy. And I'm about to buy this thing for $3,500. All right, so this has a 1100 Honda in it?
Yeah, 2005 1100 Honda Shadow.
Okay.
And then this over here is still your factory 5-speed Honda Shadow transmission.
Okay, so we've got the Honda transmission going into, how many speeds is this? It's 3
speed
speeds?
Saginaw.
Going into this transmission, going into the transfer case.
Yep.
So, okay.
First, neutral, and then reverse.
Okay.
And then over here you got second, neutral, third.
Okay.
And over here you got one neutral, 2, 3, 4, 5 up.
Okay.
So
what's this?
This right here is your 4-wheel drive shifter. So right now it's in 2 high.
What's that transfer case out of?
I'm not 100% sure.
What's this out of? That was always a fuel tank? Is that like a mini keg or something? You got to unlock the hub when you got it in 4-wheel?
No, they're welded from the inside.
Does it overheat?
No.
No. Was that air cooled? Was that an air cooled engine?
No, it's liquid cooled. Here's the radiator.
Oh,
right
okay.
There.
Got it.
Electric fan in the back.
Why do they call it Thanos?
I don't know why he called it Thanos. He had Thanos and Bowser.
Oh, he only made 2 of them?
Yeah, he's only made 2 of them as far as like this. The rest of them were made out of like Jeep frames and Samurai frames.
Oh, okay.
He's currently fixing to start building another one, making it a 2-seater.
Okay, that'd be cool. Can you got any place around here you can show us what this thing can do?
Oh yeah. If you wanna back your van up, I can drive it across the creek.
Yeah, right up here? All right, I'll back it up. Thing is nuts. That is crazy. Notice the wheels didn't even spin.
It's power steering, it's just a hydraulic transmission.
Gotcha.
So it's 7-to-1 turns instead of the 3-to-1 turn ratio box.
Gotcha.
So that was the only upgrade that he said he wished he would have did to it when he built it.
Anything else I need to know about it?
That's about it. You got these buttons here. One, I think it's got the light bar on the front.
Yep.
And then this button here is the underglow.
Oh, okay. You gotta have underglow.
And then this one here turns on the speakers. Key thing is make sure you're pushing down on the clutch pedal and not pushing it out. Because if you push it out, you'll start to notice it'll bend. You just grab it, pull it back up. That's why you got to push down. It's kind of harder for me.
Okay.
My brother-in-law James that built it, he's like 6'9", so.
Oh shoot.
He's had this thing up to in ponds and creeks up to this high.
Holy cow.
And so there's no other water entrance except for your air filter there, and it's all the way at the top.
Do you need the ramps or just drive up over it?
Yeah, I'll need them.
That is cool. That's good right there. Say that again?
So with all the calculations of the transfer case, the transmission, the gear ratio, it should be about 10,000 foot-pounds of torque.
10,000 foot-pounds of torque? We're gonna have to put that one to the test. Has he ever tipped it?
Flipped it over?
Yeah, lean it over.
You have to pretty much be like this for it to flip over.
Yeah.
These tires are only rated for like 35 mile an hour, but
so I probably shouldn't take them on the highway.
I mean, I've took it down the road y'all came down.
Really?
And I've gotten about 65 before it starts bouncing you.
We are also going to put that one to the test. Oh, that's crazy. Is this where you show me all the things that are broken about it?
No, there ain't nothing broken.
Need the title?
Thank you, sir. Yeah, you got a clean Carfax on this thing? Yeah. All right, so we got Thanos. Let's head back. I think I know the perfect place to test this thing out. So not only does it claim that it's got 10,000 foot-pounds of torque, it cannot roll over, but it also claims it can't get stuck anywhere. So we got Thanos tied down on the trailer and we headed back to Tennessee. I still can't believe that I got this whole thing for just 3,500 bucks. Maybe I'm missing something. The next morning, we had a very important stop to make. All right, so we're over here at DBR, and we're gonna figure out whether this thing is 10,000 foot-pounds of torque or 9,000 foot-pounds. It's not any of them. Who knows? The car that I'm pulling this in front of is a $3 million hypercar. So I gotta make sure I can shut this thing down if it goes AWOL. Okay, so this is my first time driving Thanos. And you don't really see it right now, but the car in front of the Dyno is a $3 million car. My concern was that like the clutch would fail and I couldn't stop it. It just rolls into, what's that, a Mazda Miata?
What is this?
This is David Branson. He runs DBR High Performance and builds some of the world's fastest race cars. And Dyno's whatever dumb vehicle I bought that week.
What are we gonna call this thing?
Thanos.
That works for me.
It's a Honda V-twin Shadow, 1100 cc. But apparently, it's gear reducted so much
That we're gonna rip the dyno out of the ground.
it's gonna rip the dyno out of the ground with the slowest motion you've ever seen.
Okay.
David, what's your guess?
I don't know. With all that gear reduction, it's so hard to say, but 30, 40 horsepower and 100 something foot-pounds maybe.
I feel like it could hit 500 foot-pounds of torque.
I've never had anything with this type of gear reduction on the dyno, so I have no idea. But we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. It's got the transmission here, and then it's got the transfer case.
Hey, you haven't lubed your chain.
So he said it's supposed to be loose like this. We should lubricate that.
We can't dyno stuff without a lube chain.
That's a good point.
That's worth 20 horsepower, lubing
Yeah.
the chain.
All right, so the claim is this thing's making 10,000 foot-pounds of torque. What's the chances of that?
It's probably making 9,000. Yeah, probably not 10, probably 9.
A little more conservative.
Yeah.
Notice the welds on this. Tell me what you think. What's your opinion on these welds?
This engineering to get this to work with all this is pretty fantastic.
What gear do we want to be in?
Well, 1-to-1 is where I'd like it to be, so.
1-to-1 on the motorcycle transmission is going to be like 5th gear.
That'd be my guess. What transmission? Well, we got that looks like a Muncie. Is that a Muncie? How does this work?
I'm shifting over here the motorcycle transmission. And then these are my 3 gears, reverse, 1, 2, 3, and the Muncie.
Put it in high, like all high gear.
All high gear.
Yeah.
All right, so how do we solve this clutch problem? Because this thing keeps on bending. Sometimes in life, you are forced to leave the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. And you're gonna realize 3 things. 1, everything is weird, like this. What the heck is this thing? 2, you're gonna realize the water is poison. Don't drink it. And 3, your cell phone doesn't work. And that's where our friends at Saily come in. They offer affordable internet for over 150 countries using an eSIM. That means you can set it all up digitally without ever going to a local store and buying a physical SIM card. Simply download the app on your Android or Apple phone and select the country that you'll be traveling to. Then set up the eSIM and activate your plan before your plane leaves, and then when you get to your destination, you'll have working internet. For me, this only took 3 minutes to set up. So no more overpaying for SIM cards at the local airport or falling for scams locally with SIM cards that don't even work. So go ahead and support this channel by signing up for Saily. You can do that by clicking in the link in the description or clicking on the QR code right here. They'll also offer 24/7 support in case you have any troubles. And if for some reason it doesn't work, they'll give you a full refund. What is this? And right now, my audience will get an exclusive 15% discount on all Saily data plans. Use code BIKES at checkout, simply download the Saily app or go to saily.com/bikes. And now let's get back to Thanos, which is the coolest mud mower on the planet. That's the goofiest motion. Like, I gotta push down. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta use my whole leg to push it. You know, like I'm fighting against like the wrong way.
Would it be comfortable if your foot was right here? This thing looks like it's definitely bent.
It's the angle of the clutch. Because like that's a hand clutch. Yeah. So it should be easy. Like I'm pushing it in a direction it's not even meant to go. Does that make sense?
Does that feel any different? I mean, that didn't really change the angle.
A little bit better.
So you're gonna bring it up to where the dyno is holding it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go like this. You're gonna floor it.
Okay.
I'm gonna release it. Once it starts accelerating, let it accelerate half a second to a second and then stop. We're just doing a quick hit to make sure this thing doesn't.
Okay.
What's max on that?
Oh, max RPM? I bet that can do probably 8,000 RPM.
Pretty much it.
Turn it off.
That doesn't sound like 7,000 RPM.
It doesn't.
8,000. Doesn't at all, does it?
No. It sounds more like at most 45 or something like that.
I would agree.
I mean, what was that number? 70 horsepower? 70 foot-pounds of torque?
One of them was almost 100.
It ain't no 10,000. I was hoping we get at least 1,000. So it's not seeming like we're getting all the RPMs that this thing should get, which is probably why we're not hitting 10,000 foot-pounds of torque.
I don't know.
Well, I cannot see.
There we go.
It's pretty restricted. It's pretty nasty.
Is it?
We'll try it for fun.
All right, the intake was pretty nasty. If you have a bad intake, you're starving it. So we'll try it again. We're gonna get that. We're not leaving here until we get 1,000 foot-pounds of torque.
They're pretty much all the same.
What side of 5,000 to 10,000 foot-pounds of torque is he on?
Peak horsepower and peak torque at 3,000 RPM, right on the hit. So you'd hit it and it would go up and then it would taper off the whole time.
So did the gearing not change anything?
I mean,
with torque?
The gearing changes the torque range, but it doesn't change how much torque the engine makes.
So torque is torque. If it makes 60 foot-pounds of torque, it's not gonna make more torque. It has nothing to do with the gear ratio going through it.
Not how much torque the engine
It's just how it uses the torque. So,
But the engine's going to make what it's going to make regardless of, so none of that matters.
right.
Based off of what that engine should make factory, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, that is pretty accurate.
That's assuming the engine's in perfect working condition and it's making factory horsepower.
Right.
It probably isn't.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't completely understand how a dyno works. I was expecting to see the multiplied torque number on the dyno, but I guess because the wheels are not involved and and because we were in a 1-to-1 ratio, because with a dyno, you want to be in closest to 1-to-1 ratio, it didn't show any of that. What it did show us was the actual horsepower of the motorcycle, which that checks out. That's pretty close to what stock should be, with a little bit of loss from all the driveline components. What we can do is do the math from the transfer case, the motorcycle gearbox, and all the different gear reductions that it has, and figure out exactly how much torque this thing has. All right, you guys want to hear the torque number? Final torque, ideal with no losses, and there should be a little bit of losses. The actual, it's a little bit disappointing, but the actual torque numbers to the wheel, 5,467 foot-pounds of torque.
Okay. Pretty good.
If we put a VTX motor in here and it had 120 foot-pounds of torque with all the same gear reductions, we would be legit between 10,000 and 20,000 foot-pounds of torque. Nothing would stop any of us. So we decided to take the buggy to some guy's farm and test out its off-road abilities and actually drive it without fear of destroying anything expensive. While we're there, take Thanos through a series of challenges that get harder and harder until the last challenge, which is the pond. I thought this was a 5-point harness. I think it's a 2-point harness. It doesn't work. All right, got it. All right. All right, so it's got 2 transmissions. My motorcycle transmission's in first gear, and now my rock crawling transmission's in gear. Let's go to the first obstacle. Oh yeah, Dyno! Second gear. Third gear. All right, so it's hard to know the limits of anything until you hit the limits. But when you hit the limits of something like this, you probably roll over. And when you roll over in something like this, it doesn't normally end well. Thanos! All right, so there's a nice little mud pit right here. I have no idea how deep this is. Is my middle caught? What? No? Oh yeah, it was. It was caught. Look at that! Uh-oh. Sinkhole. All right, let's see how this goes. Here's part of the problem with this thing. Here's part of the problem with this. Because it turns so incredibly slow, I have to choose my line back there, and if something shifts, I can't change it. So my fear is falling over, having a rock shaped like this, but I think this is a pretty good line. I don't want to fall over. All right, there we go. All right. Third obstacle, let's just take it up this. This one's the brake. Does this look as sketchy to you as it feels to me? I just gotta go straight. Did it. Let's see how it does with this pit. Nothing. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed with how Thanos is doing. I still think I'm gonna roll it. Let's go to the hill climb. So, as you can imagine, this thing definitely drives more like a tractor than it does any type of side-by-side or ATV or anything like that. Thanos is unstoppable, except for that pond. It ain't going to that pond. Bring me Thanos! Oh man, I'm loving this. Should have stayed on the trail. So if things go wrong on the hill climb, now this is not really a hill climb vehicle, it sits up very tall, and if this thing starts going sideways because there's wet leaves, this could go pretty bad. I'm also realizing that the brakes are awful. Oh, this thing got awful brakes. right, so this is the hill climb. Let's see what it does on the hill climb. Oh no. Now actually there is a problem. There's a concern. If it... No way. No. That is so sketchy. I'm trying to go back slowly. The brakes are awful. It's not made for brakes. And I actually started slipping up there. Sketch. I think we need more power. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually a little bit concerning. Did that look kind of sketchy to you? I need like a handbrake or something like that. It was rolling backwards on this thing does not feel comfortable. So I made it up the hill climb, but let's see if it can make it through this old river valley. This thing is so steep going down and so steep going up. I don't have anything else. I've never seen anything go through this, not even a dirt bike. Oh, it's a bad idea. If we have a problem, if it won't start. All right. Come on, Thanos. Hold on, I think I accidentally put it in two-wheel drive. All right, that should be four-wheel drive. No way! This thing's unstoppable. It's unsteerable also. So after a couple challenges, I'm gonna agree with the guy who I bought it from. And the current biggest problem on Thanos is the 7-to-1 turning ratio on the gearbox. That's what stops you? A log? It just goes to show you put two logs in a goofy spot, it'll stop anything. I thought I was in first. You know what would make this thing like infinitely easier? This is why all rock crawlers are automatics. You need 4 feet to drive them. Can we get the wrench? I gotta bend this clutch pedal back in. First of all, this thing's a killer build, but this was a oversight. And when you press on the clutch too hard, it just kind of bends it all out of whack. There we go. All right, I don't want to press that. All right, I'm gonna try a new line. Try second gear. Yep. Let's go to that pond. All right, so it's the pond. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not getting to the pond. However, we're gonna break this up in 3 sections. This right here, this is where the dozer got stuck. That's section number 1. That should be the easiest. Over there, you think that's like walkable, and this is this much, just like muck. It's drying up, but you go about 1 foot down and it's really soft. And then we're just gonna go straight to the pond, and it's not getting to that pond. There's no way. However, I did buy some waders just for such occasion. All right, let me get my plan of attack going on here. Go from that side, come straight up this way, and then we'll turn it around, we'll try to go that way. My concern is it falls over and now I'm drowning. So, probably take my seatbelt off. Nothing. This thing's insane. All right, let's go through the other part. This is where it starts to get sketchy. Rumor has it there's a bobcat in here, like a skid steer. Nothing I've ever had has gotten to the pond. I'm feeling pretty confident about Thanos. That's some thick stuff. Hold on, while I'm here, I got a size 8 youth boot. It just keeps on going. I gotta save. Come on, get out of here, stupid boot. Dang it, that's stuck. All right, so the easiest option to drag that thing out of here is the winch on the side-by-side. All right, here's the plan. Strap, neck strap. All right, let me jump in that. I remember this thing being taller.
So to my surprise, the Honda had no problem pulling it out, giving us another chance to try to get through that pond.
That is the clayest clay. There is no clay that is more clay than that clay. Well, let's try it again with a little more power. It kept the tires cleaner. I think there's only other one option. We have to go even faster.
So we pulled it out again, and we're gonna give it one more shot, and hopefully we can get it in from another angle with some more speed. Maybe that'll get us to the pond.
Why can I do that? No problem. If it's dirt, it's got no issues. It doesn't seem to like clay. Ha Dirt, no problem. Whatever this is, you see, it just crushed, it went over, it's got tons of traction. It can't get through this. This looks like a pond. This is 7 feet of clay with this much water on top. Unless we can get bigger tires, this ain't happening. All right, guys, see you next time on Bikes and Beards. Also, check out this video right here. You might like it. How am I gonna get out of here?